Hey everybody, Kartik Subramaniam over at ADHI Schools. Welcome to our podcast. I wanted to talk about something here on this episode, mainly about competition. And how the truth of the matter is that competition really is a loser's game. It's a game you can't win. I was just at the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat in Las Vegas at the Bellagio last week with a group of very, very high-producing, high-performing real estate sales professionals. And most of the people in that room, are very type A personalities, very, very driven, very focused. And I sat next to this guy at the seminar, and I introduced myself, and then he introduced himself, and we started talking, he asked me, how much money did you make last year? And by the way, real estate sales professionals, I know your mom, if your mom's like my mom, probably told you never to ask somebody how much money they make, but in real estate, if people could wear their 1099 forms around their neck as jewelry, they would, trust me. So I told him how much money I made last year, and he looked down and he goes, God, how do you live on that? And I said, I don't know, I just do. And he goes, man, if I made that much, I couldn't even put gas in my plane. I said, those are first world problems, man. He goes, I said, where do you live? He goes, I live in Miami, in Florida. I said, oh, cool. He goes, yeah, I sell luxury real estate in Miami on I sold some houses, 5 million, 8 million, 12 million. I think he even sold one for 15 million. And he was showing me these pictures on his iPhone. I was sitting next to him about his listings, and just gorgeous. Some of the most beautiful properties you've ever seen in your whole life. I mean, just absolutely magnificent. And he does volume too. I think he was saying that he sold, 25 or 30 of these last year, and his goal's 50 next year. And it was interesting. And it's an interesting thing when you're in a room of very, very high performers, because the truth of the matter is that there's probably another person in that room that makes more money than he does, and there's another person that makes more money than she does, and then it's just this never-ending, constant struggle to try to be the best. And I'm putting the best in air quotes because oftentimes it's not healthy, right? I mean, if your entire life and your entire identity all just focuses around money and business and personal production, the minute that goes away, or the minute that you feel like you're not the biggest dog in the kennel, you're going to lose that identity, right? So just a quick podcast today, just a very, very interesting thought here, that it's pretty easy to kind of feel like you're not good enough, or you're not doing enough, or that so-and-so makes more money than you do, or so-and-so has a bigger car or a bigger plane or a bigger house, or it's all, and by the way, if this problem is only exacerbated, of course, by social media, because if you look at people's, Facebook and Instagram, I think it's pretty well documented that obviously people post on Facebook and Instagram the best parts of their life, right? The parts that they want to project to the rest of the world. It's not reality. It's not reality for most people. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I see on my Facebook or that I follow on Instagram that post pictures of themselves in a happy relationship, and 3 weeks later their status says single, and I almost want to send them a private message and say, what happened? But I'm not a dick like that, so I won't do that. But the point is that what you see on social media, or what people portray, is really only a very, very small sliver of their real life, and it probably doesn't represent reality to most people. So competition is definitely a game that you can't win. Really, ultimately, at the end of the day, we're just in a competition with ourselves. So something to think about here. We'll talk to you guys next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Kartik's Picks, or the school at ADHI Schools. If you have a question that you want me to answer for you, or a topic you want to discuss, comment below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.